OK, now I've got other contenders for brilliant inventions. I've got a 3D printer.
Oh.
This is like the new thing this year. Let me show you what we made. This is a genuine 3D print of John Richardson. You have a look at it on the side, it's really good. Look at that.
I'm not happy with it pointing at me like that. I'm starting to realise what it's like to be sat next to me.
John?
Yeah, we can get him next to John, yeah, sure.
Be careful with me. Christ.
What a little wanker. Unbelievable.
Why would anyone want that? A 3D printer, what's the purpose of it?
Well, you could print anything. You could print, I mean, in America, they're printing guns.
Put that on my head.
Why not? It's like a really shit wedding cake.
The sad thing about that wedding cake is it's just John on his own, isn't it?
OK, you aware of a onesie?
Yeah.
OK, there's now a twinsy, which is like a onesie for sort of 2 people.
That's disgusting.
John, Josh, pop that on. Oh. It's a twinsy.
That's a onesie for people with personal space issues.
While you put that on, Trevor, you don't like the weather here?
You say it like I don't like the weather, like you like the weather, like everybody likes the weather.
I've got something for you. I've got you a full body umbrella. Try that out for size.
Oh, yeah, that's very
What's in there, fella? You can put it up, don't panic.
It looks like a see-through Ku Klux Klan outfit.
This is fantastic.
No, you're like... Nobody's
going to buy this. That's like a 3-legged race. What is that?
It's
you
a
can't even
onesie.
have sex in it.
This is the most intense experience I've ever had.
Is this sex?
Put up, John.
I don't know if it is...
Put up.
I don't know if it is sex, but I am going to count it to my tally if it is.
I don't even have to walk like this. I can walk normally.
Pop down your head.
You always broke my foot!
I got you this, Sean. It's a new invention. It's a tie that's got booze in it.
Oh.
It's a flask. It's a flask tie. If you're going to events, you can drink booze out of it.
I bet they haven't put any in.
Yeah, no, we put booze in. Don't panic.
good.
I insisted there was booze for you.
Thank you.
For the businessman with problems.
So where's the booze?
You bite it a bit and squeeze it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jack
and
knows
squeeze
how
it
to
into the teeth and suck.
It's not booze.
Is it not booze?
Nah, fuckers.
They're not giving the booze. I did insist. It's cider, apparently.
It's my kryptonite. But it won't work, will it? Because if you're just sitting at a meeting chatting around, you go, why is your tie moving like that? Do you think anyone would be suspicious at the meeting if you started sucking?
Jack, I've got this for you. This is an invention. This is apparently to help you learn how to smile better. What it is it's a gym for the mouth. So what you do is you just pop that in your mouth.
Oh.
And then you can exercise your mouth so that you're better able to smile.
And it also works as a diaphragm as well for women.
So you put the whole thing in and then you can exercise.
That is not what this is for.
It is what this is for.
Are you sure?
No, it's
the
not.
fur hasn't fallen off.
Oh! I feel like a blow-up doll. That's what I feel like. Oh, well, thanks anyway.
47% of people think their partner isn't interested in hearing about their day. Correct. Most people find spending time with animals relaxing. True or false? What do you think? Jack, do you find animals relaxing?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Have you got any pets?
I have pets, yeah.
What have you got?
I've got 2 dogs, 2 Dachshunds. Find them relaxing
That's not a
to be
dog.
around.
That's not a dog.
Yeah, don't
That's
you...
not a dog.
Don't you diss the
No,
Dachshund.
that's not a dog.
It is. It's like a sawn-off Doberman.
So the question is, most people find spending time with animals relaxing. Let's put it to the test. John, I've got a little treat for you. Let's bring on a little puppy. There he is. She's a little mastiff. That's just a puppy. I think she's only 12 weeks old. Which size are those paws?
That's when they're tastiest, isn't it?
Have a little stroke. What? Is that not the most adorable creature?
Oh my God, green eyes.
Huh?
Green eyes.
Green eyes. It's the one from Turner and Hooch. It's exciting.
Amazing.
You can all leave now whenever you want. I'll just...
So, John, I can already see you look elated and relaxed. Sean, you look grumpy.
I don't get it.
See, we've got brilliant handlers in today for all the animals. I say all the animals.
Oh,
because
God.
no, because we got you a puppy, so we thought it'd be only fair, Sean, to get you an animal.
Oh, no.
I genuinely think you'll like it.
No, not me.
Sean, are you not?
No, I
No.
won't.
Well, I'll bring him over here. Are you not? Are you genuinely not keen on snakes? No. Is that not your thing?
Well,
Huh?
Go on, Boa.
look how it
It's amazing.
It likes you, Jimmy, because you're
It's going
cold-blooded
round
as well.
Oh, feels like some of my shoes.
Oh, hang on. Oh, round the neck. Actually, you can really feel how they do their thing. Well, let's see how close he gets. Maybe. It's fine. I'm not too worried. Oh, hang on. Oh, you little flirt. Nice. Oh, it's nice to hold something that thick and powerful.
Don't look at me.
You don't want me to look at you when I'm touching it?
No.
What else have the nation been talking about?
The Star Wars open auditions in Bristol.
This is huge news, isn't it? Brilliant.
It's funny that they queued up for about 8 hours in the freezing rain.
Over 4,000 people turned up to the auditions in Bristol, and about 1,500 were turned away without even being seen.
Without even being seen, that's harsh, isn't it? Just...
I didn't need to go to the auditions because I've already got a part in the new Star Wars film.
Have you?
Yeah, I've already been cast. I play the postman on the Death Star. Insufferably cheery postman, walking around the Death Star going... May the parcel force be with you.
But listen, what they've done now is they've said that because so many people turn up to these open auditions, they're going to allow people to audition on video, and you can just send in your audition tape. John, Sean, do you want to...
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, OK, fine.
Well, I don't need to, I've already got a part, but...
Well, you've been
I'm such a versatile actor,
if I give you that
see me...
part, if I give Sean that one, you could be Vader, you could be Luke. Just
Right.
classic lines. You just got to embody the role.
OK.
All right. Action.
If only you knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No! The second no's not in the script, but I'm your father!
Chuffing hell, that's never eat. That is in the script. No, that's not true. That's impossible.
Say it's your feelings. You know it to be true.
No.
22% of nightclub hookups are one-night stands. Yeah, who would have thought the guy you tugged off in a toilet cubicle 2 minutes after meeting him in Hollywood's nightclub Romford wouldn't turn out to be the love of your life? But if you are watching, Darren, call me. Do you think facial hair is attractive, yes or no?
Depends what's going on with the rest of the face. You can't judge.
How do you mean, what's going on with the rest of the face? What?
Like, it's, asking do you think facial hair is attractive is a bit like saying, do you like teeth? Like, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, but, you know.
I like teeth on a girl.
Yeah, but you know.
I can't believe we're even having this discussion.
Like, look at Joe.
Yeah, I'm dynamite.
Do you like it? Do you actually like it?
Of course I don't. Who would like this?
It's
fun, facial hair, and it's warm as well for winter. It's like a cardigan for your face. Chindigan. It's not attractive, though, is it, to answer the question? It's not sexy, is it?
OK, what do you think?
I'm adamant it's a yes. I think it's very in at the minute. Like, I mean, definitely not that. But, I mean, Joe's... Well, no, not that either. But, like, a kind of... like a designer stubble, like what John's going on. I think it's very attractive.
Well, you're very kind to say so.
Not a problem.
Have you grown a beard? Do you want to try one?
Do I want to try one?
I've brought moustaches.
Definitely.
Oh, my God.
I think that's the one for me. I sort of feel I could run quite a good regional, like a regional department store.
Yeah.
Welcome. Sean, any interest in a moustache? You're more than welcome. Yeah.
Just had a bloke off the Pringles.
I could sell Pringles, couldn't I? What would you care for?
You've got a buffet of moustaches there.
I do, of course I do. Would you like one, Roisin?
Yes, please.
Of course you would. Hang on. Here you go. This will look terrific on you, because I think for the blonde colouring.
Thank you.
No problem at all. Happy to help.
There's no point, Joe. Some games you can't play.
I look like a cat.
I very much like it on you, actually. You've awakened something dark within my sexuality.
Thank you. John looks like a magician.
Is that supposed to be like this? It really hurts.
That's a really good look for you, trust me.
I'm like forgetting things. It's nipping that hard.
You look like a rival cat. You look like you've got whiskers on.
I got one for you, Joe. You can just see what you'd look like with a beard. Different beards can mean different things. For example, a Santa Claus-style beard means friendly with kids, whereas a Joe Wilkinson-style beard means too friendly with kids. Do people take too many pictures of themselves? Yes or no?
I would say no.
Are you aware of how many pictures you take of yourself in the average week?
Well, all girls do my age. Like, you know, when you're going out, before you go out, you take lots of pictures and stuff. I mean, if I look on Instagram, I can look at my account and there's loads of all my friends and there's loads of things and everyone's got selfies.
Let's have a look at some of the pictures of you recently. Have you put on weight since that was taken?
No, there's an art to it.
Do you take many pictures of yourself, Miles?
I've knocked a few out.
Miles, 1 in 8 people admit to taking sexy selfies.
Yeah?
Are you one of those?
Listen, if it comes out sexy, it comes out sexy. I'm not... I just think of them as photos.
Only 29% of women reach orgasm every time they have sex. I've got a tip for those women, or if they like, I could put the whole thing in. Best way to impress your friends.
The way I like to impress my friends is this. No, because I've got trousers and the fly opens up that way. It opens up from the bottom.
Can you not do that ever again?
Yeah, because most flies open down, mine open up.
Yeah.
So, because I've got an Australian tailor.
I think it's be yourself.
God, no. Have you met you?
Titty waggles.
Now another titty waggle there, please.
Will you be my friend?
Yeah, I want to be a friend. That's a pretty impressive titty waggle.
The best way to impress your friends, and is what I do, is I show them my hole.
Could you? I mean, that's a pretty full answer.
Oh, I see. Oh, God. I see how you could...
No, I don't. Just.
I've been digging this hole for a long time. After the last 3 years, I do 2 hours every day digging this hole in the back garden, and it's so deep. And I always say, come and have a look at my hole. What is that, Jimmy?
That's number 3. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Sean's team, what do you think the nation have been talking about this week?
Strictly Come Dancing has started again.
It's back on. It's huge.
Yeah, it is huge. It's massive. Although the lineup is a bit... Well, I think most of them should bring a utility bill. I don't know who they are.
I thought there were huge stars on there.
Who?
Vanessa Feltz. You did that. Yeah. I said no.
I'm just thinking, like, do you think maybe she just said, like, I'll come and do the show, but I'm just not gonna do too much because I'm a bit heavy? Yeah.
Do you mean like serious, or what do you...
No, I mean, like, seriously.
Oh, no, you're
like...
being incredibly bitchy. OK, great.
No!
I didn't realise where you were going with this, but no, I'm with you.
You can't go, no, you just called her fat. And
no,
go,
I didn't. No, I didn't
use
call her
another
fat.
word.
I didn't say she... I didn't. Because I'm just saying she hasn't danced much, and to me, if you're going on a dancing show, you should dance.
No, in your defence, she came on my show at the start of the year, Let's Dance, and she said, I'm not going to dance. And literally, I don't know if you saw it, we lowered her from the ceiling onto a gigantic 8-foot-long cannon with her legs spread-eagled in a sequin leotard.
Was that the only way you could get her in the building?
Sean, would you go on the show? Would you go on Strictly?
Well, you know, if my whole career fell apart in tatters and I had really no option and a lot of tax bills to pay and situation... No, I actually didn't mean that. Sometimes you get lucky. The Jackson family have tried to sue the promoter.
AEG, yes, the promoters of the concert.
Conrad Murray. And they lost.
So the Jackson family tried to sue AEG for $1.6 billion in damages.
And I was really pleased when this story came up, because I always think, Michael Jackson, it's the deaf that keeps on giving. With comics, you know, for comics, it's just great, because you can just come up, as soon as any story with him, you go, brilliant, we can do all the Jackson jokes again. Hey, get them out. I think comedians should actually build a statue, a monument to him, just to say thanks.
What happened was that the production company provided Michael Jackson with a doctor, who then provided Michael Jackson with a huge array of... I mean, they found, I mean, something like 78 different types of drugs in his bedroom when he was dead, when they looked, and the most worrying of them was Calpol. And...
or his own personal favourite, Rahipsy Licks. A lot of them were sedatives and relaxants. I'm surprised he wasn't carried around in liquid form. Like in a tank, like, just sloshing around. He gets his mic all ready for his next rehearsal. We just pour him out onto the stage.
Well, the sad thing is, a lot of people did
just
kind of know...
keeps giving. Thanks, Michael.
They got rid of his statue, didn't they, up at Fulham. Alfie had invited him to a football match, and he went to see Fulham versus Wigan. I like the idea that Alfie rang him up and said, yeah, is that Michael? Yeah, who's that? It's Alfie. And he says, do you want to go to a football match? What, who's playing? Wigan? Yeah.
Because new owners bought Fulham. They took the statue down, and it's a bit like, you know, when you move into a new house and you think, well, the first thing is going is that avocado bathroom. We're going to get rid of that pebble dashing, and the statue of the paedophile out the front. That's Thanks, Michael.
What are we doing? What are we doing looking up? Yes, thanks, Michael. Top thing men worry about.
The main thing I worry about as a man is the assumption that I know more about wine than anyone else at the table. They pour a little bit, always in my glass. I don't know.
Because you're the only one at the table.
What do you think men worry about, Jamelia?
I genuinely can only think of one thing, and I don't want to say it because I just think my nan might be watching.
Whisper it to me, and I'll say it.
I can't even say it, honestly, I can't even say it.
Write it down.
Or just draw a picture of one. Go on, what do you think, Jamelia?
It's, It's a 9-letter word. Premature ejaculation. Ooh, you saucy cow.
That's the only thing I can think about. Or finding out the football scores too early. So one or the other.
It's all about being early with you, isn't it?
Oh, sorry.
Penises are just a pain in the arse. They're bit... When they're up and about, they're an inconvenience. And when they're not, they're always there, aren't they? It's better to have a thing that's in, I think.
Are you saying you'd rather have a vagina because it'd be tidier? That's insane. That's the most insane thing you've ever said. You like things to be tidy, but you're basically saying, oh, I'd like to be castrated because then it'd be neater. 73% of dieters abandon their diet at the weekend, and there's a special name for those dieters. Fat people. Next round is Pick of the Polls. Sean, Joe, Rasheen, pick a question.
The bear, please, Jimmy.
OK. Last week, an 80-year-old Russian man survived a fight with a bear. True story. He bravely kicked and headbutted the bear before the bear threw him off a cliff. He survived, but a bear basically came at him and he fought him off. So we asked our studio audience, do you consider yourselves brave? Yes or no?
I was really hoping you had a clip.
I'm not dismissing the bravery of a man, but it sounds to me like he survived because he got thrown off a cliff. I'm going to speculate, had the fight continued, he would have got the shit kicked out.
He was an 80-year-old Russian shepherd. He was approached by a bear in a raspberry field. So this is true.
This is a nursery
This happened this week. Approached by a bear in a raspberry field. He showered him with kicks and headbutts. Reporters say he managed to knock the bear off balance before it threw him off a cliff. He was hospitalised with bruises, bite wounds and 4 broken ribs. Wow. Discharged within a few days, and it's not known how the bear is.
What's a shepherd doing in a raspberry field? How mobile are these raspberries?
Well, I like the line, he was approached by the bear. I can imagine, if you're the shepherd, a bear goes, excuse me.
The thing is, to be fair, we've only got the shepherd's version of this story. I'd like to hear the bear's version.
In bear news, the bear was sexually assaulted today by a mad Russian. Joe, if you got attacked by a bear, what would your strategy be? What would you do?
Work the body.
Do you think you're a hypochondriac, yes or no?
Well, it's difficult to tell, isn't it? If you think you are, but you're waiting to be told, then are you or aren't you?
I'll tell you what, the test is actually the Whiteley Index for hypochondriacs, OK? So just answer this honestly, we'll see if you're a hypochondriac. Do you worry a lot about your health?
No. I've got bigger problems than that, Jimmy. Healthy and miserable. I'd rather be ill and happy.
Do you find that you're often aware of various things happening to your body?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think there's something seriously wrong with your body?
I think other people think there's something seriously wrong. I think women.
Particularly the front.
Yeah. It is. There's a sort of strange swelling at the front. I think I've got a big round...
Erection! We would have got there, mate. Don't panic. Appreciate you being part of the team and all, and...
I don't think they're going to spot this knob gag. Better help these guys out. There's a knob gag and they haven't seen it. This is what I call an emergency.
We're ruling out the possibility that it's the first one he's ever had and he wants everyone to know about it.
Erection! Biggest turn-off on a date?
Oh.
Go on, Claudia.
A fancy car. There's something wrong with a man who has to drive a nice car. I won't get in it. I won't sleep with them. I won't talk to them. I will just immediately close the door and say bye-bye.
What would be your ideal vehicle of choice? Would it be like a minicab?
No, I'd like a very old, dilapidated car, perhaps that you would have to get into from the back. Nothing would work. Man, he's wearing a fisherman's sweater. Maybe he's got some paint on his hands, because actually he's an artist as well as a fisherman. His hair's like that. He's singing to Duran Duran. He'd get it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd fuck him as well. This is your fantasy. This is...
What does your husband drive?
I don't know. I don't let him out the house.
What do you think, Josh? You strike me as quite a ladies' man.
No, I'm not good. I went on a date when I was meeting a girl and I was meeting her outside the pub and I thought I was quite tired. And when I'm quite tired, I think if I do a few stretches, it'll wake me up.
Right.
I didn't see her coming, so as she was walking down the street, it looked like I was limbering up.
What were you doing? What kind of move? Show us the move.
Well, so you start with something simple, but it was a long... I didn't realise it was a long street, so it would have started like that.
Yeah, sure.
It got quite pelvic by the end. So there was kind of that one, and then kind of...
Waiting for a girl.
Waiting for a girl just working on those hamstrings.
Yeah.
You don't want to pull one of those at a vital moment later.
Yeah, it was a disaster. Yeah. This whole thing's really brought up some bad memories for me.
I've never felt so good.
Did you know, for example, 20% of Brits always reread an email before sending it? It's a good idea. Last week, I nearly sent an email saying, I is very interested in your penis enlargement system. I is. Cringe. 10% of Brits ignore medical symptoms, which is fine. Don't worry about those shooting pains in your chest. That's just your body's way of telling you you need another steak bake. And 48% of women believe stress makes them unattractive. What you've done there, ladies, is confuse the word stress with jeggings.
The government have launched a scheme for new mothers where if they breastfeed for 6 months, they get given some shopping vouchers. Is that
brilliant scheme?
That's in the news, isn't it?
Yeah.
But how do we check? How do we know what they're doing?
How do we check?
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to help.
Well, you know what I mean.
Finally, my
How do
boob
we know?
inspector T-shirt will have a purpose.
Seeing as I'm the only one qualified, I feel, on this panel to speak about the vicissitudes of breastfeeding, now, I just want to tell you a little story. A friend of mine who was a midwife went round to visit a woman who's breastfeeding her 5-year-old. And she said to this woman, look, I think he's a little bit old to be breastfed. And this child took his face off his mother's bosom and went, fuck off. So brilliant.
It must be the Wimbledon final.
Oh, exciting.
No.
No?
No.
Tennis.
What's the matter with tennis?
Well, I'll be dead honest with you. I used to play the third most boring sport known to man. Cricket, only trumped by tennis and Formula 1.
Do you not like cricket?
It was a means to an end.
I thought it was an incredible thing. A British man won for the first time in 77 years.
And he hasn't won it since, Jimmy. Let's not let him off. This country hasn't had a Wimbledon winner for nearly 6 months now, and I've had enough. The sad thing, it's a boring name, Andy Murray, as well, isn't it? If his name was, like, Dick Gobbler or something, then... At least now in 50 years, when Sue Barker goes, and of course Britain hasn't had a Wimbledon men's champion since Dick Gobbler.
But you're a tennis fan, aren't you, Jimmy? You like your tennis.
I love it. I think it's incredible.
Why is tennis incredible?
It's like cricket, but instead of him hitting it and it going
Mate,
50 yards away...
I'm not protecting cricket here. I know it's boring.
Do you like it anyway?
I've got no... There's no two ways about it.
Given that the exciting bit of cricket is when he hits it, imagine if the guy at the other end hit it straight back.
Sean Steen, what else has the nation been talking about this week?
Badgers! Badgers!
It's a very upbeat response.
They can't kill all the badgers.
Well, they don't know how many there are.
Badgers have moved the goalposts.
This is actually a quote from a government minister when Environment Secretary Owen Paterson was asked if he'd moved the goalposts, because they're now saying they need to kill more badgers. He said the badgers have moved the goalposts.
They do, and that's why they must die. That's the kind of thing they do.
Richard, what's your problem with
We've got a
badgers?
massive problem with badgers. We have a lot of badgers anyway, and now we've got all these refugee badgers coming in, running away from all
Starting
these...
to sound like Clarkson, mate.
No!
I'm a supporter of the badgers, and I've actually rescued 2 badgers, because they came round to shoot them, and I had a cottage down there, and I took them in, and I pretended they were slippers. And I would have got away with it, but one of them started coughing.
Carol, what do you make of the badger cult?
Well, I think it's interesting because obviously TB is supposedly spread by the badgers, and with this cull now, they're all running for the hills and obviously spreading it even more.
There is no TB. The whole thing is just a countryside alliance. It gives them an excuse to shoot something that's slightly black.
Yes, the horse meat scandal continues. IKEA have stopped selling meatballs after finding they contained horse meat. It's terrible. If you can't trust cheap meat products sold as an afterthought in a Swedish furniture shop, what can you trust? So those were the most talked about things this week. But in other news, a woman in Las Vegas has been caught having sex with a dog in her front yard. Oh, God, get a kennel. It's her own fault. She'd been leading him on for years. Police found the dog burying his bone in her back garden. Tonight, it's our panellists' job to guess what the British public think are the top 3 most intriguing, unexplained phenomena. Sean's team. What are the weird, strange things that people are interested in?
Oh.
What do you think?
UFOs. UFOs.
Yes.
I think he's saying UFOs.
UFO. Here we go, straight away.
UFO, well, the unidentified flying object. I've always thought unidentified flying... As soon as they identify it, then it's just a flying object. And then if it lands, it's just an O. No, you believe in UFOs, don't you?
Yeah, I do, yeah, I've seen them.
You've seen them? What did you see when you saw them?
Well, I see a fucking UFO, didn't I? I don't know what it was, but it was flying about. It wasn't a helicopter, it wasn't a plane, it was a UFO.
Could it have been a kite?
Might have been a kite. I think it's ridiculous to think we're the only things out there, and it's depressing if we are, no? Do you know what I mean? We're the most intelligent things out there.
Well, not you
Not
specifically.
me, specifically.
We walked into that.
Miles, do you believe in aliens?
I'm not sure. I'm just not impressed by the fact that UFOs tend to be saucers. You'd just think that they evolve in some way. If you think about, the changes that, for instance, the potato peeler has gone through in that time. Sort of imagine things from another planet might have developed their means of getting around a little bit more.
It's the fact that when they get here, they always probe us and have sex with us. Makes me think they probably come all the time, but we're just like Marbella. It's just where they come to get off with you. You want it work for you? Take your probe. I love it.
That's that weird. I mean, I think I've got little dogs that I bought recently, and we bring them to the vet about once every 3 weeks. And the vet, as soon as he sees my dogs, just goes, "Better put my finger up his bum." It must be a similar kind of thing. Maybe they're just a higher life form. They're trying to look out for us. Going,
You mean take the V off vet and you've got ET? Yeah.
If aliens do land, I'd quite like to be the person that greets them off the spaceship.
I think the chances of you being elected to that post.
Well, I'd actually make a very good ambassador for the planet, actually, Jimmy.
What would you say when you met the
Well,
alien?
for a start, I'm polite. I know. I'd lay on a buffet. And my mum's got a car, so if they need driving about, happy to do it.
You do have the look of someone who's been abducted. They usually
Yeah.
they go for your type.
No one believes us.
Well, that's the other thing I was thinking is if you had been abducted, you can't prove it, can you?
No, I can't.
You can only say you've been abducted.
Have you had people on the One Show about? You must have covered
We
UFOs.
have, yeah. I mean, Olivia Newton-John swears that she's seen a UFO.
Case closed.
But so, hang on, no. So has Peter Andre and Katie Price.
Danny, you went to America and you properly went in and saw footage of these.
I went and see a geezer called Stan Romanek.
Right.
Who's been abducted since he was a kid. I sound like such a prick talking about this now.
No, it's interesting. It's interesting stuff.
Listen,
So,
and he's been abducted since he was a kid, and he showed me some mad shit. All right.
what did he show you? Because I saw the documentary.
He showed me an alien poking his head through a window.
You can't argue with that.
Honestly, I don't know what to say.
Can't. What can you say? You
It
can
popped his little nut up over the window. Had a look at him. He screams. He showed me another one.
What was the other one?
That one was in his kitchen. This one, it's got in. and you see its fingers come around the door frame, right long fingers.
Right.
They could come in, and then it's got a massive nut, this one. It's big, bigger than the other one.
Right. And then what? Did it say anything? Did it have a message?
No, it didn't say fuck all, just looked at him. And, you know, I'm going to fuck off home, I think.
25% of people can write a text without looking at their phone, which is great because it means you can really concentrate on your driving. And 20% of men don't know what a pedicure is. A pedicure? Pretty sure it's a cure for men like Jimmy Savile. Right, was it amazing being part of Super Saturday?
Yes, it was pretty special. I mean, it goes down as Mo, Jess and that random ginger guy who turned up as well on the day.
But your life will be different after tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know what Nancy's got planned for you. Sounds like the ginger kid's getting laid. How far did you actually jump in the final?
8 metres 31.
I genuinely don't know how far that is. If you paced out, how far would it be across?
Well, if you do 8 long paces, then like a foot.
8 long paces?
Yeah.
All right.
You've got to do it right, though, so it's
hang on, 8 long paces. All right, so 1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck off. No way did you... You did 8.
Well, you're probably being a bit generous.
Oh, we've got a tape measure. Throw us a tape measure. Hang on, so I'll hold this.
It's not long enough.
8 metres.
Exactly.
All right, well, we'll do 8 metres and then we'll see. OK, so I'll hold that.
I've got something that's half a metre long. It's not me, no. I carry around a ruler with me.
OK, so that's 8 metres, and then you went a bit further.
Like, so, yeah, about here, where I'm standing.
That is mental. Jess Ennis was at the peak of physical fitness in the heptathlon. Watching her, I couldn't help feeling ashamed of myself because I could see what I was doing reflected in the telly. Most people admit to lying at least once a day. Is that true or false?
It's true. I lie every day. I wake up and say good morning. Every single day.
I lie all the time. I like lying. I love it.
You lying now?
Yeah. By 9 p.m, I've lied 900 times. Women lie especially. I don't mind about getting my... I'm on the pill.
Did you lie about that?
3 times.
Jimmy, I'll see if you lie, because I've got a question I want to ask you. I've
Sure,
noticed
go ahead.
something.
Go ahead.
Have you had your teeth jazzed up?
Yeah, I've had my teeth jazzed up. That was the
see.
exact term I used.
Yeah.
I want
really white. It looked like you swallowed a torch.
Yeah, well, they were looking kind of shitty, and I was getting, you know...
Oh, like this?
Yeah.
Did you
send no, they weren't that bad. They were bad. They still look like teeth.
I got the teeth of like a dead horse found in the Thames after about a month.
I like your teeth, but then I like Watsits.
Yeah.
Which made me think, oh...
Yours are so bright. They're a bit... I mean, when you switch the lights out at night, the moths bump into them.
Danny, I'm not going to ask... I'm not going to ask whether you've seen a ghost. I'm merely...
I've seen one.
Well... I'm not going to ask, Danny, because I'm just going to show this.
It's basically this long alleyway with a big wall that side and a big fence that side, right? And this was about 3 bells in the morning. Jumped over, me and my pal, walking along, a bit paranoid, and we saw someone walking towards us. And we thought, well, I don't want to bring it on top, turn around and go the other way. We'll just keep walking, you know what I mean? Kept walking, getting closer, nut down, didn't really want to look. As he's got closer, it was a monk. A monk with all the gear on and all that. It was a man bit, so I didn't really pipe that much, you know what I mean? I thought, yeah, all right, sweet, he looks like a bit of a fat. If we ever got our toes, we'd be able to get away with him. So anyways, walked past this monk, and no word of a lie, I'd say 10 seconds later, we looked round, the was gone. There was an old monastery round there, we later found out, right? Now, I wish now, looking back on it, I'd have had a right pipe at his boat. Because it was obviously a ghost. I wish I'd have studied the a bit more and just took it in more. But I swear to God, it was a old pit. It was quite a life out of me, to be honest with you. It was on me nuts for a long time.
Good, right? Danny, do you... you still regret not having more of a pipe at his boat?
I do. I swear. Well, listen, right, there's three alternatives, right? Right, it was a monk.
Wandering around in the middle of the night.
Right, just knocking about, right?
Yeah.
It was like a fat geezer dressed as a monk, fit as a fiddle that could jump over a 20-foot wall. Or I was off me fucking nuts.
OK, let's have a look and see if ghosts are up there. Yes, ghosts! I wrote a book about poltergeists, and I'm pleased to say it's literally flying off the shelves. Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 1 in 20 couples say they sleep in separate rooms to strengthen their relationship? I guess they also have sex with other people to prove how much they love each other. 10% of people never talk about food at work, and that's because they're too fat to work, and besides, they don't want to talk with their mouth full. And 25% of men never use deodorant, but unfortunately, they do use public transport. Right. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular talking points. Sean, Claudia, Jack, what have the nation been talking about?
HMV have gone into liquidation. They've suddenly realised that people aren't buying videos and DVDs and CDs off them anymore, and that there's this thing called the internet where they are doing it. And so, and then they looked around and think, hey, hang on, we've got huge stores all over the world, and we aren't making any money, so let's close them all and not do it anymore because we're losing a lot of money. That's my analysis of it.
My husband loves a bargain bucket. Do you know how many copies we've got of The Grinch? He comes home and he goes, Claude, look what I found.
Another cheap bucket.
Another bucket. I've got a Guinness.
The fear is just that there'll be no shops left. You know, in a few years, there'll just be, you know, those ones that just, they're called like Value Bastard, and they just sell 20 cigarette lighters taped to a bottle of bleach from Ukraine. You know what those ones?
Okay, so are you going to miss it, David? I mean...
I don't really have any nostalgia for it.
But it's a record store, basically, and it's not in the high street anymore. They're going to have a lot more chairs in the Topshop change... You know that place outside where the sad boyfriends sit? Outside the changing rooms. They've got, like, 4 seats, and you sit there going... They're going to have to expand that massively, because normally you would just go, I'm just going to pop to HMV for half an hour and waste some time and buy some stuff we're never going to watch.
I go to Top Man without a girlfriend. Nobody knows. I just sit there all day. She'll never find the one she wants, lads, eh? Oh! Let's all go for a beer while she's in there. Let's all...
It's Top Shop that the girls go to. You're going to Top Man, you've said that.
Still works, doesn't it, Top Man? It's got, oh, she's in there, and they're all like, oh, tell me about her.
She's in there?
Trying on a suit. Oh. She tells me she's a woman.
I haven't checked.
Bernard told me she's a woman.
Trying to find something that does make her Adam's apple look big.
Let me tell you, I saw her going in, and you've got the Top Man. Well done.
She really struggles to find shoes.
I can't walk into... What was the other one? Top Girl.
Top Shop.
Top Shop. I can't walk into Top Shop without a girlfriend. I look like a bloody pervert, wouldn't I?
And now you had a DVD out at Christmas, right?
Thanks, mate.
Did you go...
Still available in the shops, half price now.
Did you go... Is that... Do you think that's what...
Do you think I killed HMV?
Well, just...
This week I've counted 86 sheep, about 32 cows, 7 ducks, but I haven't seen a single horse.
None.
So something's going on. The meat scandal.
The meat scandal.
Yeah. The horse meat's
and
gone
there's
mad,
like,
isn't
it's
it?
sort of rolled on this week, and they're saying it might be deliberate. This isn't just an accident.
Horses throwing themselves into abattoirs.
When I saw the whole horse meat scandal, I didn't really care, because I'm not a fan of horses. I've intentionally eaten horse before. It was lovely. I enjoyed it in France.
Intentionally?
Yeah, it was on the menu, and I was like, I hate horses. I'm going to have that. I'm petrified of horses. I've got a horse story, but I don't know if...
What do you mean you've got a horse? Yeah, I'm born right here.
No,
a horse story. What's a horse story?
Settle
in, everyone.
Yeah, settle in. Right, so when I was 12, my school trip was to London, and we went to see, I think it's called the Queen's Guards, where they're on horses and with the thing. And so all of my classmates were stroking the horse, and then I went to go and stroke the horse, and the man kicked me and said, "Piss off, you black bitch," and made the horse, and then the horse went in front of me.
Sorry, can I just clarify? Was it the horse that said that? Because if it's a racist horse, then... Well, how weird would you feel about that if there was a talking horse? Wow, this is magical, this is amazing, but he's a racist. Oh, no.
It was like, you know, I'm over the racism, it's not a problem. He got sacked, so it's fine. Honestly, I'm absolutely fine with it.
You've forgiven a racist, but not a horse.
No, I think you make a very good point. Grind them up, put them in a burger.
The problem with meat is that it all looks the same. And what they should do is they should make it like rock. So when you've got beef, it just says cow right the way through it.
You know the cookie cutters you can get? You make different shapes for things. You know, like cookies. Just one shape like a horse. So any burgers that are horse, just come in a horse shape.
Wow, if that's the case, I think I've eaten a lot of dinosaur.
John's team.
The referendum.
Ooh. Oh, well.
There's this bloke called David Cameron. There's this referendum's come about, and we've got to sort it out. And this is where I'll come to you. Because I know what the word is, but I don't know really what a referendum is.
It's like getting your news in Braille and you're wearing gloves.
They're saying we're going to have a referendum, which is a vote on whether we're in or out of Europe. That's what
Oh,
David
that's what it was
Cameron's
about. Yeah, I know now.
That's it, yeah.
I think what we're proving here is that there should not be a referendum on Europe.
I mean, that whole nonsense debate here in Britain, if Britain is in Europe or not, what a nonsensical debate. Don't even get me started on that Scottish independence. We don't need more country in Europe, we need fewer countries in Europe, and they all need to speak with one voice.
Which is German.
We have to understand, like Germany versus Britain, Italy versus France, we all hate the Dutch. Yes, of course we all hate the Dutch. They're horrible. That's not a point I'm trying to make.
No, we like the Dutch.
No, they're awful.
We like the Dutch.
No, they're absolutely awful.
We hate the Germans. We don't
Yes! Did you know, for example, the average man in Glasgow owns 2 suits, one for court and the other for the next time they go to court? 83% of teenage girls keep a diary, which it turns out is very bad news for 70s DJs. And 1 in 8 men try to lose weight before going on holiday. I decided to cheat. I got myself one of those things that makes you look thinner on the beach. A fat girlfriend. How do British people prefer to lose weight? Diets or exercise? Jack, do you do any exercise?
What's it to you?
There's a lot of gadgets available to help you lose weight. I've got here, this is a thigh exerciser.
Why
That's
would
a
anybody
thigh...
use that?
Why, have you never used one of these?
I couldn't give a toss about my thighs.
I'm not sure how it...
Go on, Jimmy.
I think it works like that. You've got a... What was that movement? I think it's how they train policemen.
And at the end of it, your thighs are toned and you've got lovely flat testicles.
Does it hurt?
Have a go.
No.
You could use it if you were having sex with someone and you wanted a break and they had their legs open, you could just pop that in and say, I'll be back in a second. Just someone at the door. Imagine, I'll show you, look, they're up there, you're having sex with them, and you go, I've got to nip off, and then you just pop that in there.
I'll just make a cup of tea.
How long are you going to be?
Oh, bloody hell. Been ages.
We asked our studio audience, would you donate your body to science? What would science take from your body, Sean?
I'd let them have the front. You're not having the back, because I know what they get up to in those labs.
John, would you donate your body?
I don't think anyone's going to want mine when I've finished with it.
No, it'll be neat and tidy, all your, like, heart and lungs in the right place, and all your, like, intestines neatly folded. It'd be, like, easy to work out, a guy like you. I'd take your body in a second.
All I've got to do is die.
These are new... That's a power hula hoop.
Oh, look at you, Grace Jones.
That's a power... But it's got special ridges, so it makes it harder to...
Go on, do it!
No, you do it. Have a crack.
I don't like doing it.
Come on, have a go. You'll be able to do it. Maybe jump out there.
This is one step away from splash, just so you know that.
Honestly, it's not.
Look at those shoes. Brilliant.
Do I do it here?
Let me just get my camera.
This is...
I can't. I don't like it. Don't touch it.
Someone had just lassoed you. That's what...
John, do you want to give that a crack? It's pretty healthy.
Particularly.
Go on. I tell you, it's very...
John.
It's really big and ridgy.
This used to be my belt. Look how much weight I've got.
It's weirdly painful, isn't it?
What else have you got?
I've got... These are meant to be for your arms, I think, for...
Jack,
Literally doing this.
Do you do both at the same time?
I think you do both at the same time. Do you want to have a crack?
No.
Have a crack. Come on. Oof. Sure.
You're going to hula hoop and do the...
I'm not doing all three at the same time, am I?
Yes.
Well, no, come on, do all three, come on.
It's turned into like the shittest stag do ever, hasn't it? Go on, do all three.
As if everyone else on the panel could just do this a piece of piss.
Of course we can. We do this all day.
Fuck!